This is our family square foot garden, somewhat inspired by Donna's efforts in Florida. And earlier this year I wrote her a note and asked her if it would be okay. We produced a Midwest version, at least a lower Midwest version of square foot garden. So I'm going to call this our square foot garden because it's like Donna's as a square foot garden, but it's different. We live in a different part of the country and have different challenges. As you can see, we have 6 4x4s, raised beds, fenced in, and I'm going to go down in a second. You'll be able to see what we have in there, but we also have problems with slope. So not only do we not have a flat backyard, but we also have lots of critters that we have to worry about to keep out of our garden, and so that's why the fence is there. So I'm going to take you down to our garden. But one thing I want you to notice is that we have 6 beds inside the fence, and then we have 2 beds not inside the fence. So I'm going to walk down off our back deck, kind of go down, and you'll see our other 2 beds. This bed is primarily for flowers and herbs, and we have another bed that is primarily for flowers and herbs as well. In this bed we have herbs. Some have been planted from seed and some I picked up at the nursery. So we've got some flowers that we just put in there today. Some of them are native plants and some of them are just plants we're trying out. And in this bed we planted a number of herbs and even some from seed. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's some little dill growing up there in the midst of all these flowers from the pear tree. And we have some thyme and some cilantro and some other things that are growing up from seed in there. Now I'm walking down, and I don't know if it's easy or hard to tell, but I'm walking down a pretty steep hill. I've fallen on this hill before. It's been wet in the morning. And down to our fence, we put a chicken wire fence around our garden, and even have a little floppy part of the fence here because of groundhogs. We have rabbits and deer and groundhogs and woodchucks and other critters. We have some radish growing here, and then lots of onions. I love onions, so we'll have lots of onions here in our garden that we're growing from sets, and we'll put those up for the winter, hopefully, if everything works out according to plan. We have a little bit of lettuce, and just now some green onions are starting to pop up. It's early May, or mid-May I guess by now, and some of these things are just getting going now. We have some spinach in this bed, along with some beets. Again, you can't see much. And carrots are just starting to pop through over here, and right there is some summer squash, some zucchini. So we'll enjoy that. In this bed I put in a purple sage plant that was given to me, and we have some radishes and some potatoes. I think the potatoes are just starting to pop up. I got them in pretty late because it was kind of complicated getting all the beds put together and the fence put together. I didn't want to plant stuff until I had the fence in place. Then some pole beans and some cucumbers there, and I'll actually put in some poles a little bit later on as the summer progresses. And here we have some green peppers and tomatoes and peas back there, and even a couple of okra plants. So I have one okra plant here and one in the square foot next to it. The thing about these peppers that are special to me, and I hope that they grow, is that I started them from seed. I started a lot of plants from seed. My entire dining room had seeds, plants started from seeds in it, and just about all of them died except for 4 pepper plants. So that's what I have left, and I'll try it again next year. Maybe I'll do a better job. Maybe even later this summer, because I want to plant some fall vegetables as well. Tomatoes, peppers, more tomatoes, and some eggplant in there. I have some lettuce that we're trying out right here. First time I've ever grown lettuce, and hopefully it's been cool enough and wet enough to grow. And we have some corn growing there. I hadn't intended to grow any corn, but you just never know. You're at the seed store and you just pick some up. And then we have more tomatoes and some lettuce over here, along with cucumber, and the watermelon plant is just coming up right now. And I read later that you shouldn't mix watermelon with cucumbers, but I did, so I'm going to live with it for now. So later on this summer I'll put up some trellises to deal with the plants that are growing, and I'll finish the fence, get it all painted, and I've even thought that maybe in this between my beds I might even put more square foot gardening in there for maybe strawberries or asparagus or something in the future. So this is our square foot garden. We're hoping that we can learn a lot from it this summer, and we're hoping that we can eat a lot from it this summer as well. So this is our family square foot garden, part 1, and thanks for watching.